Hi, guys. Happy Seed Bead Saturday. I hope you guys are doing great. I see so many wonderful friends here. Carolyn is here and Linda. Hi, Bobby. Hi, Linda. Hi, Lori. Liz is here. And Sandy, Deborah. I'm seeing Dana, Roberta. Hi, guys. And Marlene's here. Thanks so much for joining. Today is a really fun, mainly just like want to chat, introduce the kits. I'll try to demo a little bit, but I am going to be doing a standalone video that's like dedicated instruction for each of these 7 new kits that I launched this morning. So you'll have like a dedicated video for each one and a little pattern booklet. But so today I just wanted to take a fun hour and share the theme, the inspiration. It's an easy stitch that's basically modified. It's the same exact basic process for all 7 kits. And you just kind of change little things to make them wider or thinner to fit different symbol stitching findings that are made for GemDuo. So that's the whole thing that I was going to just kind of introduce and explain today. So you can kind of browse and decide which one you like the best and which one you might feel like you want to work more. But there's going to be quite a lot of content coming up over the next week and a half to 2 weeks dedicated to these 7 kits, because there's more than one way you can use each of these bundles. You can use the patterns I provide, or you can make up your own. And I'm hoping that after seeing 1 or 2 of the videos in support of these kits, it will spark ideas for your own ideas, because there's literally limitless ways you can use each of these findings, and you're not limited to row counts or column counts based on the finding size. Like I've discovered that the same finding can have different column counts, just different way of attaching it. So literally like sky's the limit here. So yeah. And so in case anybody didn't see any of the, I was going crazy on the Instagram this morning. I posted a bunch of reels over the last couple of days that are showing some of the kits. But here's the first one and kind of the theme of the day, which is to do this little rainbow theme. And I discovered these ionic beads. So the ionic is these ones with these little crackle in it. And I'll give you a closer view on the screen. The hand cam in just a second here, but isn't that slick? It's so cool. I just took 7 colors. And the 7th color is like a crown chakra color. It's this beautiful summer rainbow. So this is palette 1. It's called Ionic Rainbow. And it's the one of the kits in there. And then I did a more muted version of a rainbow that's kind of more slightly leaning towards pastel, but it is called Tropical Rainbow. And the patterns I'm holding up, guys, are just demo patterns that I was just putting the colors together so you could see an idea, but there will be more than one pattern, because I was kind of playing and discovering that a lot of these are a bit long. Like the one I'm holding up right now is an 8.5-inch bracelet. I just wanted those colors to come across in a photo to be really noticeable. So when you're working on this at home, you may find that removing a column, removing a row from each color block is probably what I'm going to end up doing in the official pattern and in the official video. But I think I was thinking of some other ideas too, because you could even stripe them across. And I'll show you a version where I did that. So this is probably my favorite one. And I don't often pick favorites when it comes to making my kits, but holy guacamole, I love this one. So it's a topazzy earth tone. And I really went to town with making the closure different, unique. This is the only one where you have to do a decrease. So all the other ones, there's no decreases or increases. It's just odd count peyote, boom, boom, right to the finding. This one a little bit involved, but there will be a video and a pattern. And then I just kind of did this way so that you could make it any length you want and not have to worry about the pattern using every color, right? Because if the pattern flows this way, you have to anyway, so that's the kind of things I've been using. And so this kind of an idea could work for any of the kits as far as just how the colors are layered like that. All right, and then I experimented with doing really thin band ones. And so this kit is a really cutie. And there's 2 versions right now, this one, and there's another version that has a gold splash purple. It's not made yet. You could maybe make that one together, but it has a little twin here with just a slightly different duet and a gold splash, like lilac-y purple in that. That's how that one goes. Last but not least, I've got 2 versions of this. So here's Periwinkle Blue Sparkle. This one is a magnetic clasp, so pops right on. You're wearing it. Super, super easy. This one is the same instructions as the blueberry one I launched a week and a half ago. And that one sold out so quick, I figured you guys liked it. So I have made more. He has a twin, which is a citrus and sage one. And this one is not made yet. I need to do the sample still. But that one's also available in the store. So there's all 7 of them. And so I'm going to check the chat really quick, see if I missed anything. All you guys, thank you for saying you like these. I really worked hard on them, so it means a lot to hear that you like them. Yeah. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch my camera to show you a better view. And also I have a giveaway today. I'm going to do a gift card to my shop. So #rainbow to enter today's giveaway. And I will do that just at the end of the show today. So let's see. I'm just going to grab my other camera really quick. I had some tech issues. You guys might remember from a few weeks. So 2 Seed Bead Saturdays ago, I was struggling with my tech. So I have changed some things. And so it takes me longer to switch my camera now. But that's okay. All right, looks like it's working. Yay, hopefully it's clear. But here they all are laid out in my little quartz for good luck. This is how I'm handling my tech issues, literally with crystals. Just hope. Crystals and hope. So I have all of the colors here out. And again, like I was saying, these patterns are not set in stone yet, especially these two, because they're rather long. Like this one here ended up, because I really wanted to show you every color twice in the pattern. So it ended up being 8 inches with the clasp on it. So what I'll probably do is I will probably make a version of this bracelet using a pattern where each color is in a row. And so you see you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So if I make this color in the center 3 wide, I can use all 7 colors, and it'll just be like in a rainbow that would run this way. So you'll see that in the official video for this one. And I'll probably mirror whatever I do for this one with this one, because these kits are sisters. They have the same finding and the same clasp and the same structure, as in 5 beads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's the widest cuff in the collection, and they're just a little bit different than each other, but very close. So a pattern for this one could work for that one and vice versa. So I'll probably do these together as far as like when I create the content. And one of the idea that my son had, he was basically linking them all together and putting them over his head. And so what if, call me crazy, you could have this be a necklace. This would be the back of the necklace, and it would just be like a snake chain all the way around the front, and just, you know, picture it going continuous around. How cool would that be? You might need 2 kits for it to make it a necklace, but there's a lot of beads in there. That said, let me show you just as an example. I'm going to move these really quick. So this kit made this one, and here's what I have left of the kit. I have literally not even scraped the barrel here for the colors. I probably used a little more of some of them than others, but still have like half a tube left. It doesn't use as much of this, the beginning and end color for some reason. I'm not sure why. And then I have tons of fire polish left, because you get 4 strands with these ones. So there's those 4 colors. So there's that one. And this one, I have an example of a full kit to show you, because yours won't be in bags. When you get yours, it'll look like this. And it will have, or actually, no, this is my leftover kit. Forgive me. I had a full one downstairs I forgot to bring up, but this is the fire polish I have left after making this bracelet. So lots left in there. And again, you're looking at nearly half a tube of every color. So this bracelet is really, really long. It's like 8.5. So I've got some work to do on the patterns to get you guys different options there, because I think this one is just a little bit, I'm thinking in this case, we'll take out 1 row from every color block, and that will be will be perfect there. So that's that one. And then this pretty blue. Oh, thank you, Lori. I had a really good time with these. Here's my leftovers from blue. This one only comes with one strand, so you'll find that you'll get one bracelet out of this kit, but it has a lot of leftover GemDuo. And then what I also might do is after I ship all the kits and everybody's got them and I know everybody has what they need, I will take the leftovers. So leftover symbols, leftover fire polish, and any extra tubes of GemDuo I have, and I will drop them into the extras section in my website. And they'll be a la carte individually for sale at that time. But usually I do that after, in case something gets lost in the mail. I've had that happen a few times. I want to make sure everyone's taken care of. And then I'll list the extras for you guys. Or I'll restock them if needed as well. So you know what I was thinking? We could either do, and please let me know in the chat what you would like to see most. But I thought I could take one of the kits I haven't worked yet and work it. Or I could work a variation of our main one, which might be really fun because it's nice and bright. But this one has a pattern. So it's got a little center star and then these little periwinkle snowflakey, looks like little snowflakes to me. So this one could be a great one as kind of a wintertime theme. Of course, I made it on a day that was 85 degrees. So I'm always living contrary to the weather. I'm thinking this one because it's on the cover of my thumbnail for this video, and I really want to see what it looks like if I work the pattern this way. So let's do that together. What do you think? And Lori says that they're back home, no storms. Oh, good. I'm so glad. I heard that there's some weather coming in for some folks, particularly in Neelay's area, like around the Oklahoma area. I think he's near Tulsa. And Colleen said she's got her blinds closed. She's not looking out there right now. She doesn't want to know. And I don't blame her because I wouldn't look out there either. Actually, I have my blinds open. I say that, but we just have the regular Seattle weather today. Nothing too crazy. It's actually nice and cool, actually. So you've got the whole rainbow here. You've got the red and got the pink kind of in place of orange. So there wasn't a true orange, but the yellow has orange crackle on it. So it becomes red, orangey-ish yellow. And then it goes to the green and the blue. Oh, thanks, Marianne. Yeah, I love to give you guys options. I really enjoy kits that you can do different things with. So you're not stuck with just one idea, because there's no limit to the ideas and places you can take this design. So the one thing I was thinking is if we do the pattern this way, you'll kind of just be able to use whichever color of these you want. And I thought maybe I would scatter them because they kind of, in this case, line up with the row that I'm working. Another thing you could do is just do a single row. So there's another option. That would mean you just keep repeating until you get the length that you want. But this pattern, just to show you one more time, ended up being an 8-inch pattern. And that'll wear true 8 inches because that clasp will lock right there. So I definitely have some work to do to make that editable. I'm going to set that there. And I have some 6-pound Fireline. I did work my patterns with crystal. You can see the crystal thread there on the side. I'm going to use this color so you can see what I'm doing today. And let's start with, well, let me show you how to start the pattern, actually. So there's more than one way to start it. Thanks, Julie. Oh, Julie, I can't wait to see what you do because you always come up with cool stuff. You have the coolest ideas with your designs. And your bead weaving is like taken off. You're just doing so many cool things. If you guys don't already follow Julie Peterson, you gotta give her a follow. She's got some inspiring content. So in the instructions for how to do these bracelets, I've been showing a 3-needle start, which means, or 3 needles, 2-needle start, which is bringing a bead on to the sides like this. So you'd bring one duo on like that. And that works out great. But then earlier this morning, I was lazying out on that and starting it right on the finding. So let's play with that because it was working for me. And I like to show options. So in case you're not feeling like putting a needle on both sides of your thread, if that's getting annoying or something, you know. So here's this color here. Oh, yeah. So what we're going to need to do is go like this. So, and then this one will go there. So I'm just kind of, this is how you can design your own pattern right here. So just kind of play and see what lines up for you. Blue. And then here's purple. And I didn't pour out Summer Rainbow. Just kind of brings it all together. So here, so now that's what I've got. I've got an extra space here. What I could do that. I could do extra summer rainbow stripe on the side, or I could bring that rainbow back into the center and move these all up a bit. So this might be a little crazy, but what if we did this? Like that. So this is just use your finding to design your own pattern. And I forgot to say, for a pattern I'm working on for Beadsmith, I did some blank templates, and that will be available to you as well. So blank pages you can color in when you're doing your design. So here's red, orange, yellow. Here's green, blue, and purple. So it would look like this, and it would be like a little diamond in the center. Oh, and yeah, and then we can match the fire polish along the side to an extent. Although we wouldn't really get much use of the yellow. All right, what do you guys think of that? Let me bring the camera up a little bit. So there's a way we can do it that wouldn't be super length dependent like the other one was, like this one. So instead of the rainbow going this way, it's going this way. Thought that I'm having is you'd still have maybe the desire to end with a diamond point, but that might be okay because that only means you have to add maybe one extra row if you're one or two extra rows. I like that. What do you guys think? Thumbs up to this one? And we can play with that. We can always move things around and try out other stuff. Okay. So let's stitch it up. So one thing that actually kind of works. Oh, thanks, Kathy. Kathy likes it. So I'm going to go with this one and start the first row. Am I lucky? And I can get through in one swoop. Ha! There we go. So this has been working for me. It's a little, a little tricky in one swoop to get through, but hey, why not? And then you could put a stop bead on the end. So let me go ahead and do that really quick. Another way that I have started it in other sets of instructions I've written is I started at the midpoint so that you can work from the midpoint out. And that's great until you're doing a stripe pattern, in which case sometimes with a stripe pattern, starting at the middle, you don't know which color block to start at. So that's why I didn't do that for these, but there's my stop bead and start stringing. So for this one, the first thing you'd want to do is make a turn and go through the opposite hole at GemDuo. Let me just push those out of the way really quick. Now I'll just tighten that up. All right. And the next one we need is blue. So blue is going to go right there. And when you're stringing these GemDuos, always you're working with them dome side up. And you'll just have to take a look and see, okay, I want to put this one on this way. So I want to go through the hole on this side. And just head through this way. There's one. And then we decided we were going to go with a little diamond of summer rainbow in the middle. This is going to end up being my favorite, I think, because I'm going to be able to make any length I want without having to worry about the pattern lining up or using every color twice, which is what I was trying to do with that top one. All right. And what color's missing here is pink. All right. Woohoo. So that worked out pretty good. I'm liking that. And I apologize, guys. I'm getting a little signal here that's telling me that my connection isn't as pretty. Sorry, guys. Is it blurry for you? I hope not. I hope it's not too bad. It looks okay to me, but it's so hard for me to tell. I'm getting a thumbs up from Colleen. Yay. I'm just getting that little, I call it the fan. I don't know. It's that little symbol, and it's down to like 1 bar. And I'm like, oh, great. I'm losing my signal. I think that something must have like some component in my attic might be, we have like the connection is in my attic. And so one of us will flip a coin later. My husband and I are going to go up there and look and see if like a switch needs to be replaced or something. Oh, good. You guys are seeing it's good. Yay. All right. And so the next step for this one is to string on 1 fire polish bead, and then you'll need 1 GemDuo bead. And the way to string it, this is the only part that's a little tricky with the geometry, is because you want it to line up like this, you're going to want to string it like that so that it's lining up with the one you're exiting there. So that way when you go through the next GemDuo, it'll turn it and put it right where you want it. And hopefully your thread won't hook on your design board. Here we go. So there's one way we could go. And I might just randomly go with the fire polish doing whatever. There's yellow. And then summer rainbow. And green. And then a purple. Okay, so here's an odd count turn. In odd count peyote is like super easy with GemDuos. It's easier than it is with regular beads, I think. So you want to string your GemDuo on so it comes right on just like that. And then the bead, any bead. I do have a matching fire polish to that color, so I'm going to bring that one out. And string that. Turn and go through. So you're going to go through the right side. This is my right side here. Right side hole of the purple GemDuo. And then we're going to need to go through the left side hole of the blue one. So we'll just go through both of those. So just like that. And pull that all through. So it connects really pretty. I'm loving that. It looks really great. And so you'll turn. So take a look at where we are here. We're exiting from this left side hole of the blue one. Just want to turn and go through the right side hole. And often you can, in one swoop, get through the left side hole of the next bead, the purple one there. That goes quicker than it seems like it will. It actually becomes second nature as you start stitching. And then here's our just turn to head through. And actually, I'm not minding the darker thread there. With the crystal, I had toyed with the idea of getting a rainbow Sharpie pens. and coloring, because it's only on one side. See, one side there's no thread showing, but the odd count turn side will have thread. So you can see it better right there against the blues. It disappears on the yellow, but you could come along with like a turquoise Sharpie, a blue Sharpie. Someone in one of our classes shared that idea with me once. So with crystal, you could just color it. That might be cute. Or in my case, I just don't even worry about it because I like thread. I like seeing it. I love like bookbinding looks, you know, where you can see the stitching. That appeals to me, so I don't mind seeing my stitches, even if they're kind of prominent. Hey, Leslie. Oh, orange bead. Bead between the pinks. Which one? Oh, you know what, Leslie? I don't have a true orange because I didn't get that one. I think it was sold out. So I substituted magenta. And then there's this red pink. And then I went right to the yellow, which is like has an orange in it. See? So it kind of doubles as orange and yellow at the same time. And then I carry on to the turquoise, the blue, and then the purple. So I don't really have a true orange. I wish I did. There is an orange color in this GemDuo family. Let me show it to you. It's in my other kit as a fire polish bead. So you can see it next to, this is the tropical rainbow one. So you see it's really different. It's a true orange. But unfortunately, I could have substituted this color here, which is tropical. But I guess this one was super, super popular. So it was sold out at the time I was browsing at least. But if it's back, I will snag it. I'm going to be stalking the website, basically. And so this was the other colorway. Let me just pop those back in there. So I'm going to need these to make the video for you guys. Just keep those over there. But yeah, so this, in case you guys want to see it again, this is the other. Let me turn this one around. There we go. Okay. This is the other palette I did. And this one has a true orange. And then there's your purple, which looks like that. I love the way these look with these glued in. Oh my goodness. And I didn't talk about that. So actually I should tell you guys about that. In each case, I just chose the, you know, the really shiny like backlit one. So each of these kits has a backlit color. In this case, this one has some rainbow in it, and it is the one that I decided to glue into the finding. When you get this finding, it will be empty like this one is. And what you'll want to do is just drop a little bit of hypo cement and you pop that little bead in there. And it's so pretty. Oh my God, is it pretty? My favorite one though that I just did this morning is, wow, the topaz, the way the topaz glows in this one. Look how cool that looks with the leaf. This one has my heart. I might have to make more like this one. Yeah, Leslie says the backlit looks like a jewel. It really does. And then I forgot, one thing I wanted to mention that I forgot to do when I listed this morning was, you see the little super duos that are glued in? They don't appear in the kit photo because I hadn't remembered to include them in the photo, but they will be included with your kit. These are two little umber two-tone super duo, and you glue them in that spot. So they will be included. And they look like this before you glue them in. I think I might have one. Do I have one? Oh, sorry, I didn't bring a blank one up. Here's a blank one, the single, but that's a GemDuo. This is the only one where you need a glue-in super duo. So in this case, I'll be including that for you guys. But you could always add any, you know, any color that you want to. Would be great. So I think I'll keep going on this one. Yeah, Dina, I love backlit beads. Those are my favorite. The kits that have a backlit bead in it are the two rainbow ones and the sparkly guy and the earth tone, which I called Gold Splash Umber. So this one has a backlit topaz. Like, ooh. And then there is a backlit periwinkle in this one. It looks almost like Montana blue. In which case, y'all had me at Montana blue, let me tell you. It's all so pretty. This one is really stunning. I feel like it's not coming across on the camera, but in person, it's gorgeous. It's so pretty. And that one just looks all snowflakes. It's so cool. So I was thinking out loud, if you are designing this one, you'll probably have enough of each of these two strands, so the pink on this side and the purple on that side, to finish the whole bracelet, because you get an entire strand, which would leave you with 2 unused strands of these that you could put into another purpose, or we can come along and use them somewhere interchangeably, just kind of along the chain as we make this design. So it's kind of up to you what you feel like doing. But in the original, I did this. But gosh, wouldn't this still look cool if I did a single row instead of 2 rows? That would also work. And that you wouldn't really even need a pattern. You just do a row, one color, row the next one. One thing I ran into when I was making this one is I kept forgetting to put this one in the center and having to take the row apart and add it. Happened to me like 5 times, no joke. I was like getting confused, my own winging it on a pattern. I love the way the back of these look. They also often look like snake scales to me, or little dino scales. And so even though I made this one a little bit, it was for demo purposes to show the colors, I think I might keep it just because I like the way it looks. Or I might take it apart and make it shorter. I'm not sure, but I could probably still wear it. I think it's pretty cool, but I can take it off without it unclasping it. I love the little the glue in. It's just, oh my gosh, it's cute. So pretty. Pretty strong magnet there. All right. How about I do a few more of these and then we'll chat. If you guys want to see something different, let me know. Maybe start one of the other patterns. Answer any questions. Oh, Colleen has a good idea there. So she's saying we can make these anklets. Yeah, you can make these anklets. I think they would be cute. Like especially this one would be a great anklet, wouldn't it? I think that would be neat. Yeah. I'm thinking now. You guys got my wheels turning. And so let's see, this one is a yellow. This pattern is easier for me than the one that I was doing earlier. I'm not even having to think about this one. Oh, another idea I just had is you could make a second bracelet. So make one like this that just uses the pink on one side and the purple on the other, fire polish. And then make another version where you flip these colors so that you can line one side with yellow and the other side with blue. All you have to do is just flip the 2 edge colors from each other. It wouldn't be in rainbow order, but it would still have all the colors next to each other, and that would look super cool. And I do think you'd have enough beads as well, because this one is still pretty full. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. I wish I had extra hours in the day. I was just talking to like 2 separate conversations, 2 completely different people that don't know each other. And both of them complained to me about how their days are going faster. They said, I wake up in the morning and I do my usual routine, which used to take me about an hour. I look at the clock and it's 10 and I don't know what happened. And I'm like, yeah, oh my God, me too. And then I sit down to work and I think I've been working for maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours tops. I look at the clock, I'm late for school pickup. It's been 4 hours. And I'm like, holy cow, how'd that happen? And it didn't feel like I accomplished much. And I look at the desk and the clock and I'm like, well, did I just like glitch out or something? Like, I don't know what happened. And so 2 separate people, they don't know each other, same exact convo. I'm just like, whoa. And one of the folks that I had this conversation with doesn't have kids, so I can't blame kids. So it's all of us. Every single one of us are having that same phenomenon happen. The only people that in my life who said it's going slowly is my son, who's not enjoying junior high very much. My older boy, Patrick, he's like, the day is so long. And I'm like, can I have some of it? Please, will you share with mama? Because I'll take any of those hours that you don't want. I will take them. And I will put them to quite good use. I promise you. But it doesn't work that way. You can't borrow it. Now, he'd let me sit in math class one. And it probably wouldn't hurt me to sit in math class. I'm not going to lie. Dina says yes. And you know what? It's probably exactly true, because that is the one thing that both of the folks I was talking to have in common. Is neither of us are going out to dance parties anymore, put it that way. We're all just we're just getting by. We're just like, oh, it's 9 o'clock. I'm tired. Where's my Netflix? So, oh my goodness, I could just sit here and stitch this all day. It's so fun and so pretty. So what do you guys think? Do you like the lengthwise stripes more, or do you like the way I'm doing it here, or the original? I really can't decide. I like them both. I will need to see this one done with one row instead of the 2 color block row before I'll know for sure what my favorite is. Which means you're going to get 3 pattern variations most likely, because I will need to do them all and see them all before I am satisfied with the work. Here's that odd count and turn. Look how quick it goes. Just bloop. And I usually can get through those in just one swoop. And right before I pull the loop completely closed, usually I'll just grab this last part here, this last one, and just tighten it. And then give that a little tighten. Oh, Cecilia, thank you. You're so awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate the super chat. Thank you. Thank you. And happy Saturday to you. So this is just coming out really nice. What do you guys think? I like it. This might be the winner. This one right here. Oh, thank you, Cecilia. I appreciate you too. And I see a question, Danielle, how did you finish your petal pop bracelet? Oh, you mean the one that had the avocado like tricuts in it? If that's the one you mean, Bonnie. I think for that one, it was a herringbone stitch that I brought back down from using the 8060 combo. I brought it down to just 80 for 2 rows. And then I added a little loop of seed beads and attached a toggle to it. I'll post that later. I didn't do a video for that. I think we did it during Seed Bead Saturday, but I don't think I did a video of the finishing end for it. But that's something I could do. It's something that I use, a common technique that I use a lot. So I could do another little version of that and show that. I'll put that on my list for sure. So I feel like you guys probably have this down, but let me know if you want to see a few more rows. And if not, I can pull something else up to show you. We could maybe work with one of the other findings. I could also give you a heads up about what's coming up too. But I'm going to be doing a few more things like this. Spoiler alert, my next journey is going to be into the size 10 delicas again. I have another idea coming up with those. And then I have a desire to do a chevron design, because I got a bunch of chevron findings that I like because they have southwestern motif on them. And that little motif is so cute that I thought there's something I could probably do with that. So I snagged a bunch of them, and I'm currently in the musing stage playing with those. So there's something coming up with those for sure that I bet you guys will like it. And what else is going on? Oh, so next Saturday, We're going to be working with some duets. Leslie's coming on. Leslie Pope will be on with me Saturday, this upcoming Saturday. We're going to do her pinwheel kit. So I will drop a link to the pinwheel kit at the end of the video here so that if you guys want to check that out, you'll have our next week project all set. And then hopefully by the Saturday after that, I will have ready either my Delica kit or we could always work another one of these together if I don't have the Delicas ready to launch. I might not, because I'll be focusing, I think, probably on getting all these patterns done. So let's show that odd count turn one more time, and then we'll call this good. And so pretend that I did a whole length. So say I did this entire bracelet, and it would be cool to end on a point if you can, because that would be really cute. And you grab another finding. I'll pull one of these out. And slide that finding on. And then you can usually just do your next turn through the, the step up as usual. And I can typically get through that whole thing in one swoop like that. The fact that that works so well that you can just, and it works like this with the Super Duo too. Like you can tell a lot of research and development went into making these findings. It shows. So kudos to that team because I know they did a lot of hard work. And so I'm not going to reinforce it because obviously I want to carry on my bracelet, but to reinforce, you would go through. And one trick to getting through lots of GemDuos at once is if you head through the back like this, it's easier to get through the beads for some reason. It just kind of works out better. And you just reinforce it like that. And then you can also drop the glue in. Hypo cement, I'm going to tell you guys hypo cement was working better for me than Loctite. For some reason, it was just coming out a little easier. Maybe my Loctite's a little bit of an older jar, so it could be that it was getting a little dry, but I tried, because Leslie told me hypo cement's what she uses, so I tried that this morning and had a much easier time. So, but I think a lot of different glues are going to work here. I think Loctite also still works. It just maybe the one that I had might have just been getting a little bit too hard to disperse, and I had a glue accident and I lost a bead mat to it. So that was my tragedy for last week. But yeah, if you get Loctite in your bead mat, it's not coming off. Just FYI, like public service announcement there. So cute, little baby one. That could be a pendant. What do you guys think? It could be a pendant. Yeah. All right. So let's see. Let me give you guys one more peeky at the finished samples. And I'm thinking I like this one more than that one. But would you guys like to see a flipped version? I could do a flipped version where blue is the outside and yellow is the outside. I need to do that because then, ta-da! That'll be cute. Similarly for this one, what I have planned, just to recap on this one, is a version that takes one row out of each of these. And then any of the patterns I create for these would also work for that. If I can actually really see, because this one, you don't get to enjoy this color as much, it's kind of hidden at the edge. Do you think I would rather have it worked in this configuration? Because then you could really see all the colors together. I might redo this one to be like that. Yeah. And then this one is really fun. So let me show you guys really quick the kind of a little unsung hero here. This one is super fast to make, and it ends up being one of the cutest ones to wear. It's really cool looking when you're wearing it. Really stylish. And so I named it Raspberry Duet, and it puts a song in my head whenever sorry for the. Oh, Leslie says she still likes the original stripe. Yeah, that one was really cool too. In fact, that pattern could be worked with either of these too, right? definitely could. And that one only used 3 colors, so this palette would work for that one. Yeah, that would be really cute in that pattern. It's a great idea. It's a little olive sparkly one. So this one I still need to do for you guys. I don't have that one done yet. And this one is basically the same thing happening here with those little ends. But you get an extra tube in this one. This one comes with only 1 tube. And here's what I have left after making that. I have those left. And I have like still a little less than half a tube there after making this one, which is the 1. This one will have 2, so you could make 2 stripes. You can make, rows, color block rows. I will be providing a pattern that the idea I currently have places this color on the edge and this one in the center, or vice versa. I thought about maybe putting purple in the center and then turning each of the duets so that it's white sides out. So that could work. But that one will come up this week. I'll be working on that. Wow, somehow I managed to go through 46 minutes just playing with beautiful beads. Time really does fly. Yeah, and so then there's this one. This one probably is like the most involved pattern-wise. Again, it has a decrease happening here. So some weaving around had to take place in order to accomplish that. It takes it down from what's essentially 4 to 3. But it enables you to use this wider focal, and it's cool looking. I really like this one. I might do more colorways in this configuration. I like this one a lot. Really, really fun. So nothing here is an advanced technique, though. It's all beginner-friendly techniques. And I wouldn't even call it, I wouldn't call it a bead weaving pattern. It's literally just like a graph pattern and a peyote pattern. Simple, easy stitch to do. And really fun, really meditative, just putting it together. Oh, let me get you a measure on this one. So, because I got that one right. And then this is a case where you'd only want to measure one side of the clasp and not the other. So you just talk about here. So this one, when you're wearing it, it's like 7.5, 7 1/4 or so. This one came out perfect. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 repeats. I have the outside row on that one. Yeah, and so Kathy's asking about the tutorials. So there will be, Kathy, I'm doing a tutorial for all 7 kits. So each of the 7 kits will have a video and it'll have its own pattern. And so I'm still working out the kinks on the rainbow patterns because I came out with some that I feel like they were too long. There needs to be more options. And I'd like each one to have its own video, probably because I can support that video with future colorways. So plans to add more like this, definitely on the list. I currently have a tutorial for this one, but it's a different colorway, and that kit is sold out. I did a blueberry mixed berry version of this one, and that pattern is currently on my website, and you can check that out. It's like 2 tutorials back. I can pop a link up for you here at the end, but I do have this one available currently. You can see what's going on as far as how it's constructed. But I want to do a separate video for this because I have a pattern here, and the other one had a different pattern. And I think it helps to see the pattern at least once, getting started especially. And then I noticed also when you have a pattern that isn't lengthwise like this one, meaning it's the same the whole way, it makes it harder to start in the middle, which is how I currently have instructions written for this one. I have it starting in the center, so you never have to add thread. You just start here and work out. You can still do that, but it's going to be more thinking required to make sure your pattern lines up on the ends and things like that. Not too hard, but just one extra layer of complexity that I would have to include and write up. So I might just do a separate one just to make it easier. But yeah, hopefully that answers the question. Thanks. Thank you so much. Yeah, oh, I'm so glad you got one, Lori. Yeah. And Colleen's been dropping links, guys. All the links here In fact, she's already got the link here to that one that I was mentioning, because that one came out so fun. It was a really good one. And it's got a twin. Actually, if you liked Raspberry Duet and you want to just copy it, you could do like this one with it. It would be the Sage and Citrus version of that. So all of those will work. Let's see, anything I missed? I'm scrolling, guys. Give me one sec. And yeah, Liz, I love neutral colors. So that's one thing I was thinking. I needed to do something bright for summer, but you guys know me. I love earth tones. So there's going to be more like this. More just simple, soothing, beautiful. Some golds. I'll pull some together that are kind of like antique gold plate. These findings come in other finishes. I had to pick one, so I picked this one. But for future kits, you'll probably see some silver, you'll see some antique gold, and some 24 karat gold. So I'll be doing a few of those, and then also, we're trying to. Oh yes, I have not listed them yet, but I do have more Super Duo magnetic clasps. I don't have any more of those kits for the guitar strap bracelets. But if you were someone who picked up a guitar strap bracelet kit in the last week or so, the video is now available. So you can go watch that video, and the tutorials are on my website. Let me grab, really quickly, I'm going to get a link for you guys for next week. Let me bring myself back. It's going to take me 1 second. Okay, there we go. Man, sorry about the lamp there. It makes it easier for you to see what I'm doing, but it's really kind of gets in front of my eyes. It's like I have a visor or something. I want to grab you guys a link for next week's kit that you can get from Leslie's shop. And I didn't send this to Colleen earlier because I was being a major slacker today. I didn't have a nap, but it seems like I did. I was playing video games with my kiddos, and there was a bit of sofa time involved in that. And so I didn't get on top of all the stuff. Let me go and find, here it is. Okay. And so let me grab this link for you. So here it goes. All right. So this link right here will take you to next week, Seed Bead Saturday with Leslie. We're doing this kit. It's called the Pinwheel Kit. And it has a bracelet and earrings combination. And it's the coolest. It's got another rainbow. So I've basically done rainbows all three Seed Bead Saturdays so far. And it's got duets in it, and it has a really cool way of like making a circular structure with those beads that I think is super fun, that you guys will love. It's really cool. And a lot of you already have it. I know Julia already made hers. I saw her post. It was glamorous. She did a really, really beautiful job on it. So yeah, if you want to pick those up, and let's do our giveaway. Oh yeah, Kelly, I have been playing Adopt Me. Do you guys like that game? It's a Roblox game, and they have butterflies out this week where you can adopt butterflies in the game. And I have them all now except for one. I got obsessed, and I was like trying to get all the butterflies, but you have to play for hours. I don't know how some folks have every single one, and they have like neons of it. Like that means you have to get 4, right? And age them all up, which takes like 8 hours of playing. I can't play Roblox for 8 hours. I don't have the eyes for it, but I had a good time. So, and I did get a seafoam butterfly, which was my goal in life at the moment this morning. And so, yeah, that was my day. It was fun. And so let's see, I'm gonna share my screen really quick. Let me grab the giveaway tool and see if that's coming up. Hopefully you guys can see that. I'm gonna be doing, just gonna double check you guys can see it. Good, okay, so that's working out, yay. All right, so this is for a gift card to my shop, and I will send it to your email address. So if I don't already have your email address, if you win, just send it to me. And here we go. Hey, Jody. And I don't know if I know your last name, Jody L. So send me an email. It's Danielle at DanielleWickesJewelry.com. And so just send me your email address, and I will send you over a discount code that will take $25 off your next order from DanielleWickesJewelry.com. Congratulations, Jody. And you can also reach out via Messenger if that's easier for you. Yay. All right. So I don't know if I missed any questions. Colleen, did you see anything that I didn't answer? If you did, shout me out. Aw, so many nice comments. You guys are so sweet. You guys make my day. Yeah, and Julie says, yeah, you will definitely love that kit. It's really cool. It's really, really, really nice. Yeah, I'm just looking through. I don't see any questions, but feel free to reach out if you have any, that come up as you're shopping or even when you get the kit. And the videos as I launch them, I'll post a community post on my YouTube channel, and I'll also post it to Instagram. And you know me, I'll probably make a reel or two because I like to just kind of show the finished products in motion. And it's an excuse to add music, so it's always fun. But so those will be done within the next week and a half for all 7 of those. And then if anybody gets more than one and like combines them, because some of these could go together, like I wanted to also share that there seems to be color families. So as I was shopping for these, I noticed that there are some families of colors, like tropical was one. Another one is called Tutti Frutti. There's the Backlit colors. There's one called Ionic, which is the one with the little crackles. I combine those in different ways throughout the kits. And so you may be able to get a complete collection of the color family by combining 2. Like, for example, the Palette 2 Rainbow, the Tropical Rainbow, plus these Periwinkle Sparkle, which is this one here. This one has the tropical blue in it. So you would have a bunch of different blues, but I felt like the blues were really close, so I separated them into 2 different kits. I can hold them up side by side if I can find the one. Yeah, so for example, like those, you would have an even darker blue. So you could really like do your own patterns, your own combos, make those really, really splash and sparkle. Really cool. Yeah, and Kelly's saying have a great weekend. That's a great way to end our live today. So have a great weekend and have a great rest of your week ahead. And I will be back tomorrow with Nile. It's the Silky Sunday, 1 o'clock Pacific. And that will be on Silver Silk and More YouTube channel. And so look for me there. And then I'll see you next week with Leslie here on Seed Bead Saturday. Have a great rest of your week, guys. Love you so much. And see you for the next one.